Hey YouTube, it's ICU and welcome to the 200th episode of Best Tech Info and Rumors. To start off this video, I wanted to talk about this particular episode in general. Yes, again, this is the 200th episode of Best Tech Info and Rumors, and if I were to only release one episode each week, then that would have meant that the series has gone on for over 4 years. However, that's not the case because initially I started out releasing 2 episodes a week, one on Monday and one on Friday. Since then, Best Tech Info and Rumors has evolved and it's shifted from Friday to Saturday releases. And also very much related, as of recording this video, my YouTube channel is nearing 500,000 subscribers, so that's absolutely amazing. Hopefully by the time I get this video edited and out to you guys, I will have surpassed that huge milestone. And again, I just wanted to say thank you so much. I definitely appreciate the support I receive from you on a daily basis, and I couldn't do it without you guys. And although it definitely hasn't been the smoothest ride and there have been some difficulties along the way, most of you aren't even aware of said difficulties. Again, I just wanted to thank you guys and remind you guys how much you mean to me and how much I value you as an audience. And to show that appreciation, I wanted to hold a giveaway. However, I was thinking about it, and initially I wanted to give away an iPhone 5S, but the more I thought about it, the more I realized that of course Apple is scheduled to release, or at least they're rumored to release, their upcoming next generation iPhone 6 this fall, most likely in September, if there are patterns and if the recent rumors circulating are anything to go by. So let me know what you guys think about me hosting an upcoming iPhone 6 giveaway down below in the comment section here on YouTube or on Best Tech Info. And let me just tell you guys what I was thinking really quick. So if I decided to give away an unlocked iPhone 5S, then whoever receives said iPhone 5S will unfortunately be disappointed when that device becomes outdated in less than 2 months after Apple releases the iPhone 6. So again, one last time, I just want to say thank you guys so much. And with that said, toward the beginning of this video, you might have noticed my all new intro. In fact, how could you have missed it? It's absolutely incredible, and it was created by one of my good friends whom I've known for many years, and he actually started a new YouTube channel. He hasn't really posted anything on it, and he informed me that he'll begin creating new videos for his YouTube channel in mid-August. So I'm sure he'd really appreciate it if some of you guys went and subscribed to his channel in anticipation of some of his upcoming videos. Again, I will have a link to his channel down below in the more info, and if you guys enjoyed the intro you created for me, then there's no doubt you'll also enjoy some of his content. And also, because I am going to be talking about jailbreaking more toward the end of this episode, I will have some annotations across this video that will allow you to both fast forward and rewind throughout it if you want to skip through portions of it. So with that being said, let's actually get into the news in this week's episode, starting with iOS 8 Beta 4. So exactly 2 weeks after releasing the 3rd beta iteration of iOS 8, as predicted by BGR, Apple seeded iOS 8.0 Beta 4, which is available for immediate download via Apple's developer portal. Now, in my latest video, which is linked to below, I've demonstrated how it's theoretically possible to install the 4th beta of iOS 8 on an iPhone, iPad, or iPod Touch that doesn't have its UDID officially enrolled in an Apple developer program, by way of a flaw in Apple's beta update system. Now, when installing iOS 8 Beta 4, there are some things to take into consideration. Let's go over those now. First and foremost, if the device that's attempting to upgrade doesn't have its UDID registered, you won't be able to connect said device to iTunes once iOS 8 Beta 4 is installed, as it will trigger activation errors and will require said device to be restored back to iOS 7.1.2. Number 2, only those who are considered registered developers can legally download the required iOS 8 Beta 4 can officially download the required iOS 8 Beta 4 IPSW for iOS-based devices. Number 3, it's possible that activation errors will randomly occur once the 4th beta is installed, so refer to the video to circumvent the majority of these inconvenient occurrences. And finally, number 4, the absolute best method for installing the 4th beta iteration of iOS 8 can be found detailed in depth in my video that again I will have linked to down below in the more info. And just be sure to watch that video in its entirety if you're interested, for educational purposes only of course, how it is technically possible to restore to iOS 8 Beta 4. And with that said, let's move on. Actually, earlier this week, following its initial appearance on an unofficial channel, Apple posted an all-new MacBook Air TV ad on the company's YouTube account. Now, the video, which is embedded on the post that I have linked to, features a MacBook Air with an insurmountable quantity of stickers that rotate in a stop-motion style to an upbeat track from music artist and producer Hudson Mohawk. Now, beyond the clever use of stickers to illustrate how MacBook Air owners can personalize the back of their laptops, the only text in the ad appears at the end when the MacBook Air is finally closed, and it reads, quote, "The notebook people love, MacBook Air." Now, I personally really enjoy that ad. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section after watching it on the post I have linked to. And now moving on, let's briefly talk about Apple's upcoming next generation iPhone, the iPhone 6. So, as I mentioned in last week's episode of Best Tech Info and Rumors, it was speculated that the 4.7-inch variation of the iPhone 6 will go into production sometime in July. Well, now according to new rumors, it appears that that's already happened. However, for the rumored and definitely unconfirmed 5.5-inch iPhone 6 variant, it's still scheduled, or at least expected to be entering mass production sometime next month in August, or even as late as this September, if at all, for the iPhone 6. Because personally, I don't know about you guys, but I'd definitely be willing to bet that a lot of customers would be upset if a 5.5-inch iPhone were released a month or 2 months after the 4.7-inch variant, if they were really hoping for the 5.5-inch iPhone. So also, I'd like to hear your opinions on that in the comment section as well. What do you guys think about Apple's upcoming iPhone 6? Would you prefer, again, a 4.7-inch or a 5.5-inch iPhone? I know I asked that in last week's episode, but again, I'm still curious to see what you guys have to say on the topic. All right, and kind of wrapping up the non-jailbreak related news in this week's episode, it appears as though unlocking smartphones here in the US might finally become legal again. For those of you who didn't know, the process of unlocking a smartphone was actually ruled illegal after the 2013 iteration of the DMCA, or Digital Millennium Copyright Act, expired. The part for actually unlocking smartphones wasn't actually renewed. However, thankfully on Friday, the United States House of Representatives passed legislation that legalizes cell phone unlocking, unanimously voting in favor of the Unlocking Consumer Choice and Wireless Competition Act. Now, the bill is actually at its final stage pending presidential approval, and President Obama has made his long-standing stance in favor of unlocking known and has vowed to sign the bill into law. So again, hopefully we'll start to see more unlocking services propagate across the web as soon as the bill actually goes into effect. And now moving on, let's discuss jailbreaking. For those of you who don't know, let me give you a brief reminder. Now, a new team by the name of Pangu released a utility by the same name, Pangu, and it's actually capable of jailbreaking not only iOS 7.1 and 7.1.1, but also Apple's latest public firmware, being iOS 7.1.2 as of recording this episode. And in last week's episode, I actually discussed jailbreaking more in depth and also Apple's stance on the process. If you happen to miss that, I highly recommend watching it. So really quick, just to summarize, as of recording this video, it is possible to jailbreak Apple's latest public firmware, being iOS 7.1.2, using the Pangu jailbreak utility. However, that doesn't mean that this ideal situation will last. iOS 7.1.3 will indubitably patch the jailbreak 7.1.2 utility. It's merely a matter of time. And with that being said, why is it that Apple seemingly gives jailbreakers ample opportunity to jailbreak certain firmwares, as was the case with iOS 6 through 6.1.2, the original evasion utility, and iOS 7 through 7.0.6, the Evasion 7 tool, prior to the release of Pangu for 7.1.2, but not others, like the now ancient Jailbreak Me web-based solutions, which were patched in a matter of days. Now, essentially, as I detailed in last week's episode of Best Tech Info and Rumors, Apple values jailbreakers as a vital part of the iOS ecosystem. And before instantly jumping to conclusions regarding jailbreaking and Apple's outlook on the process, there are several key points that must be understood. Now, first and foremost, Apple is a multi-billion-dollar company that could easily thwart the efforts of hackers and squash the bugs that certain utilities such as Pangu utilize with new jailbreak patching firmwares in days, not weeks or months. It's by choice that Apple has yet to patch the Pangu jailbreak and took their time in releasing multiple iterations of iOS 6 and iOS 7 before patching Evasion and Evasion 7 respectively. Now, if threatened, which was the case with the browser-based Jailbreak Me solutions, Apple has has proven themselves to take action immediately. It merely took a period of a few short days for the Jailbreak Me tools to be patched. So why was Apple so adamant when it came to patching Jailbreak Me, and they've been more lenient towards other jailbreak utilities, including Pangu? Now, to answer that question as simply as possible, Jailbreak Me was a tool that functioned on a device inside of Safari itself that delivered an incredibly powerful userland exploit by way of a PDF vulnerability, which left iOS extremely vulnerable. Therefore, the patch was deemed urgent. Moreover, looking back to the days before Evasion, an incredibly awesome jailbreak utility by the name of Absinthe 2 was released by the Quantum Chronic dev team for iOS 5.1.1, which remained unpatched for months until Apple released 6.0 to the public. Now, this favoritism towards certain jailbreak solutions all but confirms that Apple recognizes jailbreakers as valued Apple customers and likely realizes that said jailbreakers' purchase of new devices is contingent upon jailbreaking and allows certain utilities to exist long beyond the time it would actually take the company to patch them, so long as it's on their terms. However, definitely don't get too comfortable with the situation, as again, Apple will certainly patch the Pangu jailbreak with their upcoming iOS 7.1.3 firmware. So if you haven't already, just be sure to jailbreak now using my in-depth tutorial on Pangu for iOS 7.1.2, which will walk you through every single step required to fully jailbreak your iPhone, iPad, or iPod Touch untethered on, again, 7.1 through 7.1.2. And just be sure to stay tuned for in-depth coverage on 7.1.3 once it's released, as well as the future of jailbreaking. Now, that pretty much sums up everything I wanted to discuss in this week's episode. If you're interested in winning a $100 Amazon gift card, just be sure to rate this video up and leave a relevant comment down below in the comment section. Once your comments have been posted, you'll be automatically entered to win. If you don't know what to leave in the comment section, try answering the question of the day. And this time around, I think I'm going to make it related to the iPhone 6 and to my possible upcoming iPhone 6 giveaway. What are your thoughts on that? Just be sure to let me know down below, again, in the comment section here on YouTube or on Best Tech Info. And if you guys want to be updated more often, such as when I release new videos on various things like jailbreak topics and iPhone 6 related news, just be sure to like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, add me one of your circles inside of Google+, follow me on Instagram at iCUID, and subscribe to my secondary YouTube channel, youtube.com/iCUID. And until next time, this is ICU signing out.